Hey everyone, welcome back to Start and Finish. Uh, this is episode 5 of Digimon Adventure 2020, and it is titled The Holy Digimon. As you probably noticed, I did not add the music at the beginning this time, just because I'm not really a fan of that generic rock uh, music. I'm looking for something more anime isk. So if you know of where I can find something like that that's free to use and won't give me copyright strikes on YouTube, then that would be great. Because I'm looking, and if I find something, then I'll definitely put it up there. Uh, because I don't like just doing these cold opens. Uh, but anyhow, to the episode. Fair warn you, there's a lot of introductions in this one. Just like I said last week, there would be a lot of introductions probably from here on out. You're going to get a bunch of uh, cameos and Easter eggs that are going to start showing up now, which, as a fan of the original, I absolutely love that. So, if I hadn't said before, the title of this one is called The Holy Digimon. And we start off right away. They just show up after the battle that they have in the last episode um, at the river with who was that? Sneemon and I think it was Kolamon. And they get to this temple that Sora ends up seeing when she's on Bergermon, which if I didn't say last week, she Biomon evolves into Bergermon for the first time last week. Oh, apologies. Um, so they get to the temple, and right away, Ty comes across more strange glyphs, text, whatever you want to call it, and he can still read them, and it's still weird, and he doesn't understand how he's able to do this. Which I love the fact that they're adding in that little piece of realism into it because it's not like Izzy just goes up and goes on the computer and it's like, oh yeah, it means this. Uh, Somehow he's able to read the text and he's like, wait, how? Why? Um, then we get a feather that comes down, and I'm wondering if this feather is going to act as our Jedi uh, character, because as far as I know, Jedi is not in Digimon Adventure 2020, which is a real damn shame if he's not, because Jedi was probably one of the stronger parts of um, the original Digimon Adventure. Say what you will about him, he wasn't in there very long, but he definitely gave you exposition dumps fairly well, honestly, uh, to understand what was going on. But this temple was surrounded by a bunch of Mega Digimon. I saw Seraphimon. I can't think of what Garudamon's Mega form is. But basically, it's all 8 um, Digidestined Digimon's Mega Evolutions, if I saw correctly. I didn't pause and watch, like, just pick out, try to figure out who's who. But I'm pretty sure it was all the. Oh, I apologize. I just can't get going today. Um, but no, it's supposed to be all the mega forms of the 8 Digimon, I believe. We also get all their mega forms, which is what's leading me to believe that the the statues around the perimeter are the 8 megas is because you see them while they talk about this, whatever the feather character is. I don't know whose Digimon that is speaking to them from basically the past. I think. No, it can't be Garudamon's mega form. I saw the statue of that, but that's not her. It's literally just a feather that shows up. But they talk about the previous war and how the Holy Digimon held off the forces of evil. We've heard this story before. The difference is now it looks like we're going to get all Mega Evolutions for all Digidestined, which is absolutely freaking amazing. That was one of my biggest critiques about the original Digimon Adventure 1 and 2 is that not everybody got a Mega Form. And I was super highly disappointed in that. I mean, hell, Angemon didn't get his ultimate form until, 3-4 episodes before the end. Ogremon makes his official debut. We saw him last episode as a silhouette, or not even a silhouette, as a cameo. They showed him while they were flying towards the mountain, and that was all he saw. He didn't say anything, do anything. He just stood up there and looked up. This time we get his official debut, and he's actively fighting the Digidestined, or as they're calling them in this series, Chosen Ones. I like Digidestined better. I'm pretty sure I said that last week as well. So I'm going to continue using that term, Digidestined. The continent, instead of it being called server, is called cloud. So that just shows you they've updated the terminology, tech terminology with the show, with the times. Because back when the original Digimon came out, cloud wasn't a thing. Cloud is a fairly new concept that came out, I believe, 2015. Give me one moment here. So it's nice to see that they updated the terminology a little bit. I would have liked them to keep the name of the continent as server. I guess I need to get some coffee in me. So there isn't really much more to talk about. There was a battle at the temple. Besides the expedition dump, which was a really good expedition dump, actually. You can do a bad expedition dump and you can do a good one. This was a good one. And Digimon is known for bad expedition dumps sometimes. I mean, all you gotta do is look at Digimon Adventure 02. There's a few of them in Digimon Adventure 02. But this one was done fairly well, which is what's making me think that if this feather shows up again, that this is going to act as the Geni character, force, whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to run down a list of the Digimon that were introduced into this episode. You have the intro of Dakuyamon, which is the spider, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Tylomon, which is basically their kamikaze fish that are attacking Izzy in the network, the internet. A new Digimon, Soundbirdmon, I've never heard of before. I've never even, like I said, never heard of it. Games, anything. As far as I know, that's a brand new Digimon at least it's new to me. Tentamon evolutions into Kabuterimon for the first time. And the last three that I'm going to mention here are cameos. The one's a silhouette, and that's Devimon. And then we get the intro of Palmon and Mimi at the very, very end. So there really isn't much to talk about with this episode. Half of it was exposition, half of it was basically action fighting. So it was kind of evenly paced. It was slow paced beginning, and then it picked up there at the end with the battle, and then we had our cooldown like minute and a half leading to the exit of the episode. So there isn't, like I said, much to talk about here. My predictions for the next episode is we'll meet Mimi and Palmon. I really, really hope that Mimi isn't a spoiled brat like she was in Digimon Adventure. She was the character that I hated out of the original Digimon Adventure. I'm hoping that they do her differently this time. I got a feeling they're not going to, though. Just by, I don't know, expectation. Can't really call it a vibe. I'm expecting her to be a brat. So we'll see. And it's gonna take some convincing to get her to join the DigiDestined to go on her quest. That's my take on it. That's what I think is gonna happen. Yeah, beyond that, I don't really have any other predictions. I don't know who they're going to end up fighting next time. I mean, obviously, Ogremon will be back because he wasn't finished off. Ogremon is like a really bad flu. He'll just keep coming back, and he won't let you alone. Which means that we got Ogremon. Leomon can't be far behind because you can't have one without the other. So I'm going to make that prediction too. Leomon shows up next episode. So we'll see if I'm right. Yeah, beyond that, I have nothing else to talk about. Still looking for people to join and have conversations with to make these episodes go full 30 minutes. Because just me here talking into the screen, I get 10 to 15 minutes worth out of me. So I would like to get somebody involved that's a Digimon fan and strike up conversation. So if you're interested in that, hit me up on Twitter, hit me up on Facebook. Just look up Hotel Nerd. Find either a Facebook page or Facebook group and hit me there with a message, or hit me on Twitter with a message there as well. But I will catch you for episode 6 next week. And enjoy, and hopefully you guys are watching along and enjoying this as much as I am, because I am. I'm really enjoying Digimon Adventure 2020. I was a little skeptical, not gonna lie. I've been burned by Digimon a few times, and I'm impressed so far. I'm liking this. So we'll catch you for episode 6.